I've seen a lot of folks wondering whether the Eternal Market is worth taking to its highest ascended level, the Galactic Horizon, or whether you should just leave it at its next highest level, the Lunar Horizon. Yes, the short answer is yes, you should probably ascend it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Just kidding. There's a little bit more to it than that, but for most folks, it will be worth ascending. The rest of this video goes through exactly why that is. The Lunar Horizon gives a whopping 576 forge points, 630 each current and previous age goods, lots of population, and of course, a variety of army boosts. When you ascend it to the Galactic Horizon, those productions are removed. Instead, you get 90 of each special good from your age and below, and 7,200 guild goods. The boosts increase, a 30% boost for each forge points and goods is added, you get quantum action boosts, and a mini blue galaxy boost that gives you 3 chargers that double the productions of other buildings. This last boost does stack with the Blue Galaxy or Cobalt Blue Lagoon, letting you quadruple, or if you have all 3 of those buildings, octuple the collection. However, this last level has what some would consider a drawback in that it cannot be finished using finished special production items. So which is better? Well, there's 2 ways to look at it, from a city level and a building level. When we look at a city's entire productions and try to figure out whether it's better to ascend the Eternal Market, the question comes down to whether your city produces more with the Eternal Market's forge point and goods collections, or whether a 30% boost of forge points and goods is better. I'll spare you the math and skip straight to the numbers. Depending on your city's forge point boost before you have the Eternal Market ascended, you can find the minimum base forge points your city has to provide for the Eternal Market to be better as its ascended version. For example, if the only building you've got in your city that boosts forge points is the Forgotten Temple, that's a 20% boost. That means if your city produces at least 2,300 forge points before any boosts are applied, you should ascend the Eternal Market. A similar comparison can be drawn for the goods productions. I would wager most folks are closer to the 0% of the scale on these boosts, so a base production of 4,200 goods is enough. However, what if your city's production doesn't matter? If your plan was to use finished special production items on the Eternal Market, then you would need a building that is just as strong or stronger than the Eternal Market for you to want to ascend it. Again, this depends on your city's forge points and goods boosts, with you wanting to find buildings with at least 450 forge points and 970 goods. Largely, this comes down to set buildings, like the Breeze Mill Estate, Feathered Serpent Statue, or Winter Train. All of these can be built in configurations that provide significantly more than required to outperform the Lunar Horizon with their own pros and cons. As just a fun fact, at the time of making this video, the only building that is not a chain that can outperform the Lunar Horizon's production of forge points is the calendar building from the 2025 winter event, the Penelope's North Star Nursery. At least it does as long as your forge point boosts are under 80%. All this talk of ascending or not ascending the Eternal Market, and I've kind of skirted the question of whether you can even keep it ascended. You see, the Eternal Market lasts for 30 days. There are 10 events per year, so if you get 1 kit from each, that's only 300 of the 365 days that we have in a year. Many events offer extra fragments up to an extra 100 per event, but it tends to be rather difficult or expensive to get all of them. Even if you do, that's only 11 kits per year, so 330 days with 35 still missing. I don't know if Inno will be planning on offering more opportunities to get fragments for the Eternal Market. Many challenges could be a potential source if they are difficult enough, but we are going to have to wait and see what happens in the new year. At the end of all that, what will you be doing? Ascending your Eternal Market to the Galactic Horizon, or leaving it at the Lunar Horizon level? Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, which is linked in the description. And as always, I'll see you all next time.